into the girl's mouth. This is actually kind of giving me anxiety right now. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, get a hold of yourself! Yoshiki, can you see me? Hi friends, it's me, KillshotKitty, back again with another video. Today we're continuing on with Spirit Hunter Deathmark. I know for sure we're beating this today. There's no way that this is gonna go any longer. I'm super excited too, because right after we beat this, we're actually gonna start Spirit Hunter NG. So this will be awesome. I can't wait to see what else they have in this Spirit Hunter universe. If you want to catch up on everything Spirit Hunter wise, I do have a playlist right here. Before we get started though, I'd like to ask if you can please hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button and then hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any future videos that come out. All right, friends, let's get this started. It's time. It's time to beat this game. All right, rest for the day. I have to go investigate again tomorrow. I need to go to bed early and rest. Early morning, and I get the worst wake-up call ever. A severe pain threatens to split my head. The mysterious headache from yesterday is back with a vengeance. I meant to go to Damon's hospital to see Hidu and Banshee while it was light out. Ugh. Oh. Spots flash before my eyes. I can't even sit up. I pull the sheets up and wait for it to pass. I was so worried the Red Riding Hood showed up in his room. I'm only just able to move by the time the sun is setting. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Sounds like rain again. Great. I press my fingers to my temple to check. The whirlwind of pain has once again disappeared without a trace. I sigh. Mashita calls as I'm making coffee in the kitchen. He says he'll come along for tonight's investigation. He must have finally wrapped up his other cases. He mentioned that he dropped by the hospital in between cases to see Hidu and Banshee. Seems they went berserk when they awoke and are now restrained. They refuse to eat. Relying on IVs won't work forever. I didn't expect the report to be good, but this is a critical point in the case. Before he hangs up, Mashita utters a warning. Then this is the 11th hour. Mashita doesn't offer a reply. The red lights outside the rain-soaked window are hazy like a wilting flower. It's time to head out. All right, let's go. I park the car in the parking lot, as always, and walk over to the street in the rain. I pass down the familiar road to hotel. Why you gotta have that face when I show up? You're late. What were you doing? A man in a trench coat cuts an imposing figure on the wet street corner, glittering in lights. You know damn well time is of the essence right now. Damon's prepared for the worst, too. He's made arrangements to transfer them. Transfer them? Oh. They must be in pretty bad condition then. And I didn't mention this over the phone, but I met someone at Damon's hospital. I ran into Sho Nagashima. Sho? What is he doing there? Some of his gang hangs out here. Guess we're a hot topic with them. They've seen people in and out of the hotel. Nagashima heard about it and figured they were talking about you. He contacted the fortune teller and well... So now Sho knows about the case too. Why didn't you just keep quiet? Our lady hands out business cards to anyone and everyone. It's a real pain. So did you talk to Sho? Why would I? He cornered me asking for info on the case, but I drove him off. I suddenly feel uneasy. You didn't say anything unnecessary, did you? Of course not. I just said to stay out of grown-up matters. That doesn't sound like a good thing to say either, though, you know? For just a moment, my vision tunnels and a blood vessel in my head throbs. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. I'm sure he doesn't want Sho involved either, but he really should have considered his words more carefully. I hear footsteps coming up behind me. It can't be Sho. I raised my head with a sudden sense of dread. But it's only Moe Watanabe. Thank goodness you're here after all. Good thing I came straight here. I got the results you asked me for. I look at her blankly for a moment, but then I remember I asked her to use her connections to investigate the rumors. Right, thanks. There's no time. Give us the short version. Okay. Then I'll cover the really important parts. I heard something amazing from someone who was there at the time. What? Like a hotel employee? No, not like that. Jeez, when I say someone who was there, I obviously mean one of the high school girls who was up to no good. You talked to one? This is legit, right? Even Machta's interested. Oops, I did it in her voice. I meant Machta's. Only the people who use Masquerade really know what happened there. Hearing from someone involved is best. Yeah, her name's Akko. The editorial department helped me track her down. She went to a nearby high school and did this part-time job, apparently. And what's really important is what Akko said about her classmate, Sko. Moe pulls a voice recorder from her bag and hits the play button. Yeah, a friend introduced me to a part-time job. It was whimsical. I mean, I just did it on a whim. Yeah, so we're supposed to meet at that hotel Masquerade. And there's a system there where someone introduces us to customers. You get a lot of money from it, so everyone was dying to get hired. But one day there was like an incident. Someone at school found out about the job. Some goody two-shoes class rep, Sko, said she was going to tell her teacher, Nomura. Everyone freaked and apologized to her, saying they'd stop. She wouldn't listen. If our parents found out, it'd be the worst thing ever. We begged, but she didn't budge. In the end, she left class saying she was going to go to the police with Nomura. We were totally freaking out, so I went to the hotel that night. I mean, at that point, there was no harm in going, you know? Haha. But then she was there. Sko was standing in front of Masquerade in the drizzling rain in a red raincoat. She'd say she was going to the police, so who knows why she was at the hotel. But it made us all jumpy and on edge every day after that, except nothing ever happened. Soon after that, Masquerade shut down. I guess they uncovered something? Huh? The job? Yeah, I completely quit after that. Haha. Oh. That's Akko's testimony, just the important parts though. Moe got a fascinating first-hand account. The rumors of Red Riding Hood and what was written in the guest books we found in the hotel. All the pieces are in the girl's confession. So what ended up happening to Sko? I don't know exactly, but apparently she stopped coming to school. According to Akko, she just suddenly stopped showing up. Machta snorts. It's too perfect. She was probably just being overly dramatic, especially that part about the red raincoat. Most people use an umbrella when it's raining. That's true. Machta's right. It's possible that the raincoat was a sign for whoever was waiting for her, but hardly anyone comes down the street. It doesn't really fit. Is that all you have to tell us? Then hurry up and go home. So I really can't come with you? I worked really hard, you know. Apparently Moe really wants to come along. I do feel bad. She worked and got us that info just so she could investigate with us, but not with everything that's been happening to the other two, though. Sorry, but you shouldn't be here. There have already been 2 victims. We can't get you wrapped up in this too. Oh, okay. I understand. Moe nods. I guess she's already over it. You better tell me all about it later, and be careful. She sounds worried about me. She disappears around the street corner. A siren echoes on the wind, an unnatural howl in the distance. I look up at Masquerade looming before us. What in the hell happened inside that hunk of concrete? There's always a tragic cause to the birth of a spirit. Red Riding Hood must be the same. Yeah, I would really want to know what happened to her. Because it seems like she also worked here? Right? Not that she was like tattling or anything. Oh. But I can't watch my friends die. I slowly step forward, trying to escape from the unease that's threatening to engulf me. It's not right for the dead to meddle with the living. Machta mutters beside me. Is that a personal creed? Nah, just what I think. Machta clicks his tongue. New info was added to the spirit file. Akko's testimony. Okay. In we go. I've decided to move my camera here. Because I feel like it's less in the way. Hey. As I step into the lobby, Masha stops in front of me. What's wrong? What a fantastic job you've done here. Huh? What are you talking about? Look. What? Where'd all the cobwebs come from now? What? The lobby looks completely different. The room is covered in white. No, it wasn't like this yesterday. Thought so. These are webs? Oh, it's those spiders. Masha touches one of the floating threads. Looks like she's upped the ante. Bring it. Time to make our appointment with our lady friend. Just then. The elevator. The groan of the elevator moving echoes. Oh god. Did the elevator just come back to the first floor? That'd mean... someone's already here? Did you see which floor it came from? No, I wasn't looking. Though I feel like it took a while between when I heard the noise and its arrival. I'm betting it's one of the upper floors, maybe the 4th or 5th. Yesterday we got the elevator working and managed to get to the 4th floor, but because of what happened at Banshee, we weren't able to investigate any higher. Okay, let's start on the 4th floor. Sorry, I wanted to make sure there's no ghosts. Hopefully this fixes it. I'm dumb. The elevator acts as a room now. You don't have to click on the room to go into it like with the bathroom and all that other stuff. You just have to click the arrow. I'm so glad I moved my camera so you can see how dumb I am with the mini map too. Oh boy. All right. So we're going to the 4th. No ghosts. Okay, out we go then. What does this say? Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked girl running down a trail. Okay. What? I hear a faint laugh. I don't hear anything more coming from it. Okay. It feels like the mask is staring at me. I take it down to examine it, but it's just a mask. It just feels like it's staring at me though. Oh, still feels like it's staring at me though? Oh boy. There's dark red water in the bathtub. My nose rebels at the stench of iron. That's blood for sure. It's a hardly stained sink. I really don't want to do this, but I still need to check it out. I shut my eyes and stick my fingers down to the drain. I touch something hard. Something cylindrical is stuck down here. Sadly, my fingers don't seem to be able to reach it. Something in there? It's often a prime location to hide incriminating objects. It's likely an important piece of evidence. We should get it. All right. I don't think I can reach it. All right, let's check the other room on the other side then. It's a chest with a vase on top. I pull open the drawer and find a notebook. Got mask guest book 401. Okay. What's that? A guest book provided by the hotel. Guests write about their experiences in it. I glance through the pages. This guest book's entries are clearly different from all the other ones. It covers a number of horrifying topics such as devil worship and different kinds of torture. Every page is crammed with stuff like that. It's impossible to tell which ones are delusional or delusions and which ones actually took place. The only thing I can say for sure is that it's surging with a twisted, single-minded appetite. I silently hand over the guest book. Mashta skims through it, then smirks. Oh, that's quite the hobby. The handwriting differs by page. This was written by several guests. I find that hard to believe. I sincerely doubt there's so many people in the world who have such a unique hobby. They're like moths drawn to a flame. You wouldn't even know to look at them. The pieces are finally coming together. Seems this hotel offered a special service for its perverted guests. You mean the kind of stuff written in that guest book? Yeah, the kids working that part-time job are probably part of it too. Guaranteed their safety and complete confidentiality, of course. After all, the one who sold his soul is probably most nervous about that. Still, these people have quite the imagination. Mashta mutters sarcastically as he casually leaves through the pages. Then he stops. Hey, this phrase, do you know what it means? What is it? The phrase Mashta's pointing to is Jorogumo's punishment. Joroguma, huh? It's a spider monster from Japanese folklore that can shapeshift into a beautiful woman. Ah, so you do know about it. Thanks so much for the info dump. I ignore the hint of sarcasm in his voice and read the rest of the page. Jorogumo's punishment is a recreation of a certain urban legend. You capture the largest spider you can find. A wild one would be best. Sharpen the sacrifice's senses with drugs and use a mouth speculum to keep their mouth open. Then throw the spider into their mouth. Nope! If they manage to swallow it, they're innocent. If they don't or the spider escapes, they're guilty. Why would you want to swallow it? It's a witch trial meant to judge truth from lie? If I get a sacrifice that needs punishing, I'd like to try it out immediately. What? How do you even determine, like, if they swallow it, they're telling the truth? Who wants to swallow a spider? Nobody. Nobody wants to swallow a spider. You don't know what the spider is, because obviously, if they're just looking for, like, the biggest spider you can find out in the wild, it could be any spider. You don't know what kind of spider it is, where that spider's been, what kind of toxins it has in its body. It's just silly. It can't be what what's written here was actually. Did someone actually do this? I hope not. Who knows? Hey, calm down. Take a deep breath. Yeah, it's okay. I'm calm. I doubt Mashita believes me. It's obvious that I'm totally rattled. Don't forget, Yashiki. You can't die here. Or we can't die here. Of course, I know that. I try to keep my reply as steady as possible, but my hands keep shaking as I put the guest book in my bag. There's a Venetian mask on the wall. I pick the mask up and find a talisman on the wall underneath. Let's go. That's what I need. I need all of them. Thank you. What's that? That looks new. A large air conditioning unit attached to the ceiling. It's stained but would likely work with electricity. Oh, it's stained. I check behind the wired door. There's a folding table and chairs stored away. They're too big to carry around. Okay. Do we want to go in here? I don't. She was obviously sitting here. Oh God. There are brand new spider webs. Was this web built last night? Okay, now even perfectly normal spider webs are starting to look eerie. Right? I mean, I don't blame you. It's a trash can with a lid. I turn it upside down and shake it. A wad of paper falls out. Found a worn out talisman. Nice! Some kind of slime is stuck to the mirror, so my reflection is hard to see. Great. Think we've seen everything we can see here. Okay. So forward's the stairs, right? Usually it's the elevator that's forward. Even no matter what. Oh, I might be crazy. I don't know. Please don't. Okay. All right, we're going up to the 5th floor. Oh boy, 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 boy. Oh boy. Don't. No ghosties. Okay. Ghosties. Okay. All right. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. Okay. Hey, shine the light inside. No. Oh. Huh. A body is finally turned up. Let's check it out. Right. Huh? Where was the ghost? Okay. There's a skeleton left hanging in the restraints. When I touch it, something flakes off. It looks like traces of dried skin. Blech. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. A small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, it's likely an adult male. Considering how dried out it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. The problem is the cause of death. Mashta meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spiderwebs? Quit joking around. A joke, huh? It'd be great if that's all it was. Still, the skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. Great. If it was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathize, I just can't. Hey, look at this. Mashta suddenly tosses something at me. I found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. It still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. What is it? Cheap lighter? Okay, cool. What's here? I open the lid of the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Monster Encyclopedia. Oh, good. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Mashita flips through the book. I actually, funny thing, because so I've been playing this game, but I've also been playing I had platinumed Ghostwire Tokyo, and I've always had an interest in monster lore or like urban legends and spirits and stuff. And Japan is just like absolutely rich with that kind of stuff. Like they have a lot of urban legends, and they're very it seems like they're very into the paranormal. The more I read into it, and I got like some books for my Kindle that it's just a bunch of stories that were translated from Japanese to English about different urban legends and like spirits that they have. I think there's even like just accounts from people who claim that they've seen this stuff happen. It's actually really interesting. So it's funny that we're diving more into this with the monster books and them talking about the lady who is the spider who could turn into a beautiful woman. So the spider monster originally killed people by drowning them in water. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading a legend like that in one of the books piled on my desk at Cujo Mansion. It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but they're always saved at the last minute. Every region has a story like that. saved? How? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Then the protagonist escapes. They sound like they're doing like some ninjutsu. Do a decoy, turn into a log. Then the protagonist escapes. I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. In any case, this will make for a good reference. Take it with you. Yes. Okay. Do I go in here? Coño, carajo. I open the lid of the trash can to look inside. There's a large clump of hair inside, as well as some paper waste. Resisting the urge to scream, I securely close the lid and chuck the trash can back where it was. Oh. There's a storage cabinet beneath the sink. I open the door and rummage around inside. Got bent hanger. Okay, we're going straight back to that room. We're going straight back to the sink. I just gotta remember how to get there. Okay. We need elevator. I'm not gonna look around because I have a weird feeling there's a ghost here. All right, let's take this. I'm not gonna look over there. Okay. We'll go to the, was it 4th floor? Yeah. Okay, it was, okay. No looking, not looking. I just don't remember if it was right or, why is it so dark right there? Okay. Sorry, it was like really dark right here. I was like, what's waiting for me? I don't want it. Was it right? Was it? Yeah, I think it was this room. Okay. Alright. Tool? You know what? An idea hits me and I take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. Did I accidentally hit auto? Oh, there we go. I bend into a straight wire so I can fit it down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of dirty water being dislodged and hit something hard. Got key to room 502. On the key is a tag that says Deluxe Suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing it wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. There was a sticky white threads wrapped around this key too. It seems like they stopped it from falling all the way down the pipe. The spiders did? Wait, did I just save some time because I came straight down instead of trying the other door for because it was for what, 502? So that should be on the 5th floor. Not looking at anything. Okay. So I entered room on the... No, this is the one I was in. Oopsie. The door to room 502 is locked. Oh, okay, so I was right. All right. Hey, use the key to open the door. Okay, what we got here? What have we got here? No ghosties. All right. There's a broken wooden horse. I go to lift up the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. I pick it up and discover it's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Oh! I think I've seen something like that somewhere before. Definitely not suspicious. Huh. Just as I'm replying to Mashta, a white light flashes before my eyes and I black out. Oh no, why'd you faint? I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. Uh-oh. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? Some BDSM placer? A young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with that tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. No! Don't put the spider in there! I shall put the spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she is guilty. If she can swallow it, she is innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movements haphazard. Help me, sir, help me! She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from fear of the drug. Or from the mouth, the thing holding her mouth open. I hear men jeering. Then a man releases a giant spider. Nope. Into the girl's mouth. This is actually kind of giving me anxiety right now. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, get a hold of yourself! Yoshiki, can you see me? The spider, get it, get it! Idiot, calm down! Ugh! Oh, did he hit him? With a slug to the jaw, I finally returned to my senses. That's right, I'm in a room at Masquerade. Then the visions I just saw. What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell on the floor and started writhing. I feel like I've woken from a long dream. I can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah, I'm fine now. I wipe sweat off my forehead and swallow. That girl who was restrained, was that Sko? If so, then was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by people here? Oh my. I open the lid of the coffin. I find a book amongst the junk inside. Got Demon Encyclopedia. The book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and lists their characteristics. I guess here we're interested in stuff like that. I kind of want to look at my bag right now. An encyclopedia bound in black leather describes various demons from Western folklore, along with images, crests, and demon traits. It explains the ideology of devil worshippers and their rituals. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Heck no. All right. Let's check the bathroom. There's a shelf stuck to the wall. I checked through all the bottles on the shelf. Got bath salts, insect repelling cream. Great. We could trip balls. We're doing things. Okay. The tub is covered in dents and scratches. Too many for it to be natural wear. Going by the appearance of the room, horrible things probably happen in here too. This chapter feels a lot darker than a lot of the other chapters we went through. Holy. All right. I hear footsteps as I step into the hallway. Great. Please tell me it's my partner, nobody else. I turn in the direction of the noise to see. Sho Nagashima is standing there. Mashita said he ran into him at the hospital, but I can't believe you came. Sho, what's the matter? I take a step towards them, but Mashita stops me. Wait, something's not right. I look closely at Sho's face. No, it couldn't be. His face is unnaturally stiff. Suddenly he begins yelling angrily. I was looking for you this whole time. I'm going to kill you. Oh my, he raises a metal bat he was hiding and moves into attack. So if anything I've learned, you want to roll the different direction they're swinging at from Dark Souls. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. We're in a hallway with close walls. What should I do? What room did I come out of? Left? Right? I don't remember. Oh god. Don't hit me. Duck and dodge sounds hard. I quickly dodge to the left. Hey, you're not getting away. Sho's bat alters course in a flash and heads straight for me. But the tip of the bat hits the wall and narrowly misses me. Oh, thank God. Okay, because if I went right, it probably wouldn't have stopped him and he wouldn't have swung straight for the wall. But because I went left and he's swinging from the left, it hit. Okay. Whew. I don't know how to calculate any of this, so I'm just going by what I might know with Dark Souls and Elden Ring. He strains only to swing the bat again. Shit! I have my hands full with just trying to get away. There's no way I'll be able to restrain him. But if Sho's like Hiru and is infected with the same mysterious poison, we have to restrain him or his life is in danger. I can't do this alone. What do I do? Die! Sho's deranged eyes burn a hole in me. Oh god. I'm not gonna go after a man who's swinging. I'm gonna... Ah! And my chances are thin no matter what I do, that my only chance is to draw his attention. Huh? Sho hesitates for a moment, confused, but a second later... You dumb idiot! You don't know when to give up, old man! The metal bat flashes above his head. Then... You're the idiot. Mashita suddenly appears next to him and throws a direct punch at his face. Oh, thank God. Sho stumbles to the ground. As he falls, his bat flies through the air and... Gah! Unluckily for me, it collides into the side of my head and I collapse with a pitiful yelp. Dumbass. Cursing, Mashita quickly grabs Sho's arm and completely restrains him. As Mashita pulls his weight on him, Sho groans painfully. Finally, he faints. Hey, Yoshiki, you okay? Yeah, it just grazed me. I sit up and gently shake my head back and forth. Thankfully, everything seems fine. What, are you rattling your brain around to see if it's fine? Like, you... There's ways to get a concussion without really feeling it. Like, all right. It doesn't feel like I have a concussion. Probably could do though. Like, give me a hand. We need to carry him out of here. He's probably like the others now. We'd better hurry. To think Sho would end up as the third victim, I managed to make myself stand, but my spirits have dropped down to my feet. It's still sprinkling outside. We drag Sho out of the hotel. Finally, we have a chance to catch our breaths. We'll call off the investigation for today. Yeah. Really? Banshee and Hidu flash before my eyes, but show safety should come first. Let's go ahead and bring him to the hospital. I'll go get the car. Good idea. Yours is better for moving sick people around. I take out the car key and stand up, but just as I do... Ugh. Uh-oh. A piercing pain runs through the side of my head and I fall back to my knees. Yoshiki? It's just a headache. I thought it had gone away, so why? You got hit right where it hurts, huh? Then just rest there. But Sho... You're injured too, so take it easy. I'll take Nagashima in my car. You wait here until I get back, got it? I'll come straight back after I drop him off. Sorry, Sho's in your hands now. Why not just put both of us in the car if you're taking him to the hospital? If you're that worried about him having a concussion? Mashita collects Sho and disappears. The soft pitter-patter of rain permeates the area. The sound of the rain seems to make this place even quieter somehow. Then I notice something. The noises aren't the only thing that's vanished. The pain is gone. The intense headache has faded like it never was. This happened to me twice before. Hold on. Now I'm suspicious. Oh, don't go inside. I think back on the times when I had a headache. The first is when I went inside Masquerade with Damon and Banshee. Back then, I'm pretty sure I wanted to keep everyone together, but then I had a headache and Banshee up and disappeared. My next headache came the following morning. I was trying to go see Hidu and Banshee, but in the end I wasn't able to. Then just now, I was going to the hospital with Sho and Mashita. Huh. The ghost wants me alone, doesn't she? I gaze at the entrance to Masquerade. You're the only one I want to see, sir. That's what Red Riding Hood said. Great. I get it, you. I stare at the hotel as if I could see through the doors. I feel like I can see a red figure inside. One rainy night, a girl stood there wearing a red raincoat. You're still waiting even now for the one you respect so much. That headache always attacked when I was trying to stick with other people. If I stop trying and stay by myself like I am now, then it'll vanish like it was never there. I get it. Hidu, Banshee, and now Sho. I've gotten my friends all caught up in this. That's right. It's all my fault again. I'll come alone. So, do what you will. Are you sure? I go back inside Masquerade. A voice calls from the darkness as if it was watching me, waiting for me. Oh boy. Excuse me. What are you telling me to do? You see the red thread of fate, right? The top floor in the room of masks. The top floor? The 6th floor was listed on the guide, but it was impossible to reach. I'll be waiting. Red Riding Hood's figure melts silently into the elevator. As she does, the elevator's floor display begins blinking and on and off erratically. The combination. You know it, don't you, sir? Sure. Her voice reverberates throughout the elevator. So she's telling me to go get her? But this combination, what in the world could that be? It's the paintings, isn't it? Yes, because it's all the same lady, and I think it's like her time through life. This is like the puzzle from Resident Evil. Resident Evil 1 had that art gallery that had all the crows sitting on top, and you had to get the pictures in the right order. The remake, I think they changed the paintings, so they weren't the same. But in the original for PS1, it was stages through life. Okay, I'm gonna check all these paintings again. It's a display case holding various photos. It's painting clearly out of place among them. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman wearing a wedding gown. I remember 4 being the ladies holding a little girl's hand. Okay, so there's that one. What's floor 2? I don't remember. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman gazing at a man. Okay. Okay. So maybe a date? 1's getting married. 2 is date. I might have to take the elevator to 4. Well, not 4, 5, because I don't remember 5. I might just check all the paintings again, actually. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman walking with a cane. Okay, so old. So 3's got to be last, I think. All right. We'll go to 4th floor. Oh. Great. I think this is a combination. Okay, she used the word combination. I stare at the elevator buttons. I should have been reading this, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm supposed to push these in a certain combination? Yeah, okay. If I press the floor buttons in a certain order, I might be able to get to the 6th floor. But what's the order? I've got no idea. I've got to think. There has to have been a clue somewhere inside Masquerade. It's the paintings. Okay. Sweet. Okay. I can use the elevator normally. Okay. All right, so we're gonna check this painting now. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked girl running down a trail. Okay. Running down a trail. Okay. Elevator normally, 5th floor. Okay. And then this one's what? Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. So 1st floor, she's getting married. 2nd floor, she's met the dude. 3rd floor, she's old. 4th floor, it's a little girl running down a trail. So I'm assuming 4 is number 1, and that's her, because it's the masked one that they're focusing on. And then this 5th floor is the woman had the baby. Okay, or a child. So I would say, okay, I think I know the combination. So 4th floor, because she's a little girl. Okay, I push the button for the 4th floor. Then 2nd floor, because she's met a guy. I push the button for the 2nd floor. 1st floor, because she's getting married to said guy. 5th floor, because they've had a kid. And then I was trying to remember the one I haven't pushed yet. 3rd floor, because she's old. Oh, did it work? Did I do it? The elevator doors opens and... Oh, there's another room like this. A musty stench greets me, but that's not all. The smell is blood. Red Riding Hood's voice drifts on the wind. I've been waiting for you. I was waiting for her to say something in Japanese. No, I doubt my words will reach her, but I feel like I have to at least say it. I'm not the one you respect. I'm not the one you're waiting for. Liar. You always lie. I'm not lying. I'm really not. Okay. Oh no. A scream splits the night. It's the same one I heard during the spider torture. So stop this! This won't accomplish anything. That's why this time I'm going to test you. Oh good. Tell me the truth. Oh, there's dusk falling down. Don't look up. Ay, coño, carajo! Why is that so scary? Huh? Countless spiders fly out of the darkness and start crawling all over my body. The swarm of spiders keeps coming. Douse the insecticide. That doesn't usually work for spiders. Trigger the sprinklers. Oh, massager. The vibration. Shit. I take the massager out of my bag, hold it against my body, and hit the switch. This worked before. The spiders start acting strangely. They all scramble away. Whew. Red Riding Hood lets out a gusty sigh. Glittering white threads fly through the air from her mouth. She's trying to use her spider silk. Scatter some basalt. Horse head? I bet that was one of the torture devices. I hold the horse head over minus protection. Strangely enough, the threads seem to draw it and only wrap around the horse's head. Sir, who's in the wrong? I only did what was right. That's for the law to decide. Red Riding Hood is staring at me. Sir, come with me. The only thing that matters is your life. Everyone has a family. Life isn't cheap. How do you know a person's worth? Are we trying to be logical? I think so. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Red Riding Hood screams again. Then her maddening eyes glare at me. Don't get closer, so scary! Sir, how do I look to you? Extremely attractive. You're like a little sister to me. We met too late. Oh yeah, I don't think we're supposed to tell her she's attractive. What do you like about me? Your honesty, your righteousness, your beauty? Maybe? Safe. I survived. Oh god. Thank you, Sensei. Let's... Red Riding Hood's figure wavers then. Okay. Smashes through the window and off into the night. Huh? Did she just jump? The bustling city can be heard out the window. I wipe my sweaty brow with my shirt sleeve. Something touches my cheek. Something's floating in the darkness. A thread? As I follow it with my eyes, I realize that it's wrapped around my wrist. Whoa! Uh-oh. Something yanks me toward the window. I brace my legs and try to resist. But all in vain. I'm thrown out into the night sky. Oh boy. I scream as I plummet. No, I should be rushing toward the ground. Just as I give up all hope. Oh! A strong jolt makes me look up. A man struggles to hold onto my arm, his teeth grating with effort. You stupid idiot! Mashta? Shut up and give me your other arm! Hurry up! Grab onto me! Right! Grab him, grab him! He desperately tries to pull me up, and after what feels like an eternity of struggling, I make it over the ledge and tumble safely back inside the hotel. The only sound that can be heard is our gasp for breath as we sit in the darkness. Why did you ignore my orders? Masha spits words out between wheezes. Sorry. This isn't the time to be making excuses. I might be better off shutting up. Idiot. Try putting yourself in my shoes. Is she gone? I think so. The window. I'm still trembling as I point to the broken window. She threw herself out of it. She might have been trying to help take me with her. No, not you. That Sir person. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Can you walk? Then let's go. Mashta slowly stands and looks at me. Nicely done. That wasn't bad work for an amateur like you. Let's go. It stopped raining. The cold wind is on my cheek hints at autumn. I'm going to drop by and see Damon. I'd like to see how the others are doing. Yeah. Huh. What? Hand me the car key. No, I can drive. Have you completely gone mad? Look at your hands. I glance down at them, only to suddenly realize they're still shaking. You just faced down a spirit. You can't drive in that condition. The choice made for me, I take the key out of my pocket and toss it to Mashta. The corner parking lot. Right. You rest here. His figure melts into the darkness. As I watch him go, I notice something down on the wet asphalt. It's... a dead spider. It lay there, legs all curled up, almost as if it was desperately trying to hold on to something. Huh. Are you satisfied now? Then let's go home. I gently pick up the spider up. I wrap it in my handkerchief and put it in my pocket. Is that her? How sad. The car ride back is blurry. I sat and let Mashta's voice wash over me like a background radio noise. I remember wondering if Red Riding Hood might have stolen a part of my soul. Before the investigation today, Moa tipped us off on that testimony, remember? That helped me connect the dots. I realized the teacher was wrapped up in the case. A teacher from a school near the hotel was arrested for breaking the law. What does that have to do with anything? There was an odd part in Akko's testimony. They were scared they'd be reported, but nothing ever happened. In other words, Sko never went to the police after tattling to the teacher. Or maybe more, she couldn't go. I frown as I try to put the pieces together. I think I'm too spaced out as it's not making sense. You never make it as a detective. Can't he just drop that? I don't plan on becoming one anyway. There's only one possible answer. This Sir person Sko trusted so deeply was one of Masquerade's customers. I had this feeling. What? I feel like I've been hit up the side of the head, and not with the pillow, more like a lead pipe. The one she sought salvation from ended up being a criminal. The definition of irony. Mashita glances out the window and chuckles dryly. The bitter sound fits both our moods. It was the teacher in Nomura, the one mentioned in Ako's testimony. I saw a photo of him. He was thin, tall, and the type popular with students. Well, I suppose. He glances back at me through the mirror. You might say he wasn't too unlike you. Oh. Mashita suddenly tosses a file at me. Those are the research results. Look them over if you want to know more. I do. Results? I flip through the thick bundle of paper. They're a set of very well-organized documents. It would have taken a long time to gather this amount of information. Then it hits me. Wait a second. Mashita just said that he connected the dots with the help of Moe's testimony, which means he knew all of this before we started our investigation tonight. You knew everything? I just said I put it all together when I heard the testimony, but I decided not to tell you just in case. Why? If I had known I could have. What would you have done? His tone turns mocking as he laughs. You would have just sympathized too much and let down your guard. You should be grateful I didn't. That sucks. Man. Mashita leaves me with the research file and heads to Damon's hospital. Now that I'm alone, I can't keep my 3 hospitalized friends out of my mind. But there's nothing I can do for them right now. I've done everything I can. I bolster myself with that information. I spread Mashita's documents on the table. I'm exhausted, but I feel like I need to go through them today. Who in the world was Red Riding Hood? If Mashita was right, the truth would be right in front of me. New info is added to Spirit File Mashita's report. Here we go. I faced Red Riding Hood on the 6th floor where she waited for me. I managed to drive her back, but she nearly takes me with her until Mashita saves me at the last second. He's furious at me. Sko tattling to her homeroom teacher Nomura about the job is what started it all. Nomura proposed to Sko that they gather evidence first, and they arranged to meet at Masquerade that night. But the only thing waiting for Sko there was utter betrayal by the teacher she was in love with. It turned out that Nomura himself was one of Masquerade's customers. No one knows what exactly happened to Sko. She was found wandering the streets in her red raincoat and immediately admitted to a facility. Unfortunately, her mental state was too far gone already, and she committed suicide by throwing herself from a 6th floor window of the hospital. The night she died was cold and rainy, just like today. Wow. The report has info on Mura as well. When he was arrested for other illegal activities, he ended up testifying about Masquerade as well. Having your partner wear all red was code that you were planning to use the deluxe suite of the hotel. That could be the reason Sko wore that red raincoat that night. Not long after the trial, Nomura apparently hung himself in jail. Wow. One day as summer comes to an end. Oh, oops. I started again. That's the beginning. Wow. Is that it then? Okay. Going to rest. End. And so the case surrounding Masquerade quietly comes to a close, leaving an invisible scar on that dark street. The lives lost there will never return, and neither will their trampled dignity. The only thing that saves that disaster is that my friend survived. Hidu, Banshee, and Sho all regained consciousness after that. They got out of it with no lasting symptoms and are recovered enough to go back to their lives. Damon concluded that the affliction inhibited the soul very much like the mark. In that case, maybe Red Riding Hood was finally released from the horrible nightmare. Just like the spirits that gave people the mark. If anything good came out because of this case, then that would be it. A week later. I'm coming in. Mashita suddenly comes to my doorstep. Before I even open my mouth, he pulls out an envelope and tosses it on the table. I'm here to deliver this. It's your reward. Take it and get out of here. I didn't do it because I wanted a reward. How should I know? The client asked me to do this, that's all. I did my job and I handed it over. The rest is in your hands. Damn, what a pain. Masha turns and curses under his breath, but I can still hear everything he says. That's all you came for? No, there's one other thing. I learned something from this past case. And what's that? Something about you. You're suited for this work after all. That again? Sorry, but I'm done. No more. Just hear me out. There have been more mysterious cases like masquerades popping up lately. I thought it might be Mark related, but it seems like I was wrong. He stops for a moment, then mutters. Yaki Yagyo, a monster's parade. That almost sounds like those ghost parades from Ghostwire Tokyo. Huh? Have you heard anything about it? A Hyaki Yagyo? Yeah. Yeah, sure, in ghost stories. But he's clearly asking about something that's happened in the real world. No, I haven't. That's so. I figured you, of all people. Forget it. First he asked me, then he asked me to forget it. He only cares about his own bottom line. Masha glances briefly at the sofa in the corner of the room. Might have known something. So you want my help? The old lady, Yasuoka, seems to think you could do some good. I do too. Huh. That's all I wanted to say. No, wait. I have one last bit of advice. Quit doing stuff like that. Like what? You picked up that dead spider, didn't you? You saw? Just out of the corner of my eye. That's why darkness follows you. Your ancestors probably had pity on her too. Huh? The living and the dead can't coexist. If you try to accept their feelings, you'll just end up getting pulled in. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Masha just snorts derisively, like usual. Give it some thought, even if you don't want it. The time may come one day. He leaves, closing the door behind him. That marks the end of the case and the end of one chapter in my story. But someday in the future, I can't help but think that door will be thrown open once again. I can't read. We did it! I think we actually beat it now. Wow. That was a really good chapter. It was very sad though. The gallery has been unlocked. Clear death mark. All right, friends, and that is the end of Spirit Hunter Death Mark. Wow. That was amazing. That was such a good game. I can't wait to play the second one. I hope it's just as good. That last chapter was it was the right kind of creepy horror. There were some jump scares, which is cool. But it was a lot of scary visuals and sounds, and I love that. That's what I love about Japanese horror games, is that they're really good about ambiance in horror gaming. That was really good. I'm so happy I got to play this. I'm so happy you guys voted this for me. All right, friends. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the like button if you like this video. And hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of any future videos. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in that next video. Bye!
You are watching